It's a beautiful morning here at the rooftop lounge of the Phoenix Island Resort. And while most of our contestants are sightseeing, these 6 contestants are ready to face off in their head-to-head challenge. I'm Frankie Chenna, and welcome to the Miss World Head-to-Head Challenge. Today's contestants are Venezuela, Rwanda, Montenegro, Sweden, Seychelles, and Poland. Ladies, have you been enjoying the sun of Sanya?
Yes. Oh yeah, it's incredible here. The weather is such amazing.
And have you gotten a tan?
Yes. No,
Seychelles
yet.
has?
Not yet.
No one else?
Yes.
No?
During sport competition, we get 10.
During the sports competition. Okay, well, I hope after the head-to-head challenge you can go to the pool and get your tan on.
I hope so. To relax a little bit.
Exactly. Well, it's time for the competition to begin, and voting is now open. Here's how it works. Each contestant will deliver an opening presentation, a video they've created, and a follow-up question. Then we'll catch up with Barney to learn more about the Miss World competition, and then the very important final question. Let's meet our first contestant. She comes from Venezuela.
My name is Ana Carolina Ugarte, and I am 25 years old. I have a degree in business administration, and I represent my beautiful country, Venezuela. When I was a little, my parents taught me the importance of solidarity, love, and social commitment. When I was a teenager, I lost my father and sister in a tragic car accident. And that taught me that strength is also a very important value. That made me the woman I am today. I have been working for several years in private foundations to help children in terminal condition and sexually abused girls. Currently, I am providing foods to those kids in need on the street. The message I want to leave to children and young people is that any problem, crisis, or situation can be solved with love, strength, and solidarity. If we all work together on helping others, we can have better societies, but overall, a better world.
It must be so challenging working with abused girls. How do you help them?
Well, it is such a challenge to work with them because some of these girls doesn't want to live anymore because it's a terrible experience. And my work with them is like giving them hope back, like giving them, like they want to live again and helping them to get up the best of this really bad experience because nobody prepares you for the bad things that life are going to put you in your way, like the bad challenge that we have to through, like being sexually abused or lose somebody that you really love. And my work with them is like giving them this hope back, like we have to get up the best of this bad thing to do and become in better human beings and better persons.
Thank you for your work, Venezuela.
You're welcome.
Our next contestant is Rwanda.
Believing myself was the first key to my success. Hello people, my name is Elsa Dukunda, Miss World Rwanda 2017. I'm so much honored to represent my beautiful country in Miss World. Rwanda is an East African country. The beauty of green nature, brown fertile soils, and mountainous landscape is what is embedded within her, thus a country of 1,000 hills. Being the safest and cleanest country creates a conducive environment as home away from home for foreigners, but most importantly, the democratically governed country that empowers women. I'm blessed to have 7 siblings and 2 amazing parents who believe and support me in everything I do. But at the age of 8, I started swimming and later on joined the national swimming team, which helped me know more about myself and about my passion. I'm very passionate about helping the ones in need, especially young ones and the old ones, because I believe the world is a very big family and we need to help each other. That is why my Beauty with a Purpose is all about helping. If there is one thing my country has ever taught me, is that love and forgiveness conquers everything, and I'm very willing to share with you the whole wide world. ndabakunda kandi ndabashimira Imana ikomeze ibahe imigisha.
Rwanda, why is it so important to help people?
A wise man once said, there is no better exercise for the heart than reaching down and lifting others. So to me, I believe I was blessed to bless, given to give, and raised to rise. So that is why, to me, helping is so important, because it not only makes you feel good, but it also makes others have a better outlook on you, because whenever you help someone, you give them that, they also have that need to help others. So I know I cannot change the world, I cannot change how people think, what they do, but at least I can do my bit. And my bit was what I did back home in Rwanda, when I organized a free surgery for 200 people who were blind because of cataract, and I managed to organize that surgery and they are now able to see. So it was something so good. It's not because I had a lot of money or I was the most powerful person in Rwanda, but it was because of that heart giving. So that is why for me I think helping is more, and it's not only important, it's most important. So last but not least, I think helping also makes us, like, it connects us to each other and helps us build a better society for each and everyone in the world. So that is why, to me, I really believe in beauty with a purpose. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rwanda. Our next contestant comes from Montenegro.
Hi, my name is Babbage and I come from Montenegro. I'm 20 years old and I study at Faculty of Law in Podgorica, the capital city of my country. By studying this science, I acquired the knowledge to fight for human rights and to save from violence those who are at risk.
From childhood, I devote my free time to modeling and design. I'm often a stylist and a fashion creator for myself and for my friends. I participated in numerous catwalks and carried the creations of the most popular Montenegrin and most famous world designers. As a little girl, I was a host of many children's TV shows and numerous cultural events, and I expressed myself through the ballet and photography. I'm glad to visit China. Extraordinary relations and the traditional friendship between Montenegro and China have resulted in very intensive economic and cultural cooperation of these two countries. Montenegro, the pearl of the Mediterranean, is located in the south of the Adriatic Sea. There are so much natural wealth, beauty, long sandy beaches, clear lakes, fast rivers, and beautiful high mountains at a distance of only 100 kilometers.
While we are waiting your visits, I will see you in Sanya at Miss World 2070 pageant. Love and kisses from Babbage, Miss World Montenegro.
Montenegro, how can you use your law studies to help you as Miss World?
Upon completing the law faculty, I will fight that all countries of the world respect the rule of law. I would launch an initiative to gather a group of lawyers around the world to help countries with underdeveloped legal systems in establishing institutions whose existence would guarantee the protection of human rights. I would also support the creation of humanitarian organizations that would provide free legal advice for children with disabilities and single mothers and homeless people. I would like here to quote the First Lady, Eleanor Roosevelt, great humanist and big fighter for equality of blacks and whites, who said that the most important thing in any relationship is not what you get, but what you give.
Thank you so much, Montenegro. 3 incredible contestants and 3 incredible answers. After the break, we meet our next 3 contestants. Welcome back. We're here outside at the Phoenix Island Resort Rooftop Lounge, so if you hear a helicopter or a boat, don't be alarmed because we're going to move right along. Let's meet our next contestant. She comes from Sweden.
Hello, my name is Hanna-Louise Hagtver. I am 20 years old and come from Sweden. I am very proud representing Sweden in Miss World 2017. I grew up in Gävle. Gävle is about 1 hour north from a beautiful capital, Stockholm. One of my interests is my dog. Her name is Filippa. She loves me unrestricted and I love her. She always follows me when I'm training in the park. My second interest is fashion. In the future, I'm gonna start my own company in design and jewelry. I have started a foundation to help UNICEF, a foundation called Miss Sweden for Children. I think it's very important to help children in need all over the world and to give them a safe childhood. I'm really looking forward to visit China and be a part of Beauty with a Purpose and see you all beautiful girls. A big hug from me to you.
Sweden, tell us more about your foundation to help UNICEF.
I started a foundation on UNICEF to help children in need because every child deserves a safe childhood. And what I like about UNICEF is that all the money that comes in goes to so many things. Like, for example, poverty, education, fresh water, and to stop forced marriage to young girls. Every child deserves to be a child. They deserve to play and be happy.
Thank you so much, Sweden. Our fifth contestant comes from Seychelles.
Hello, my name is Hilary Joubert and I'm representing the beautiful island of the Seychelles. I am 23 years old, adventurous, love swimming and exploring nature. Seychelles is a group of 115 islands in the Indian Ocean and home to the world-famous Coco de Mer nut and the Aldaba World Heritage Site. Its numerous silver shoreline beaches, 2 of which have been rated amongst the top 20 most beautiful beaches in the world. Crystal clear blue waters and a multicultural people known for its warmth, hospitality and friendliness all add to making my country one of the most visited tourism destinations. Seychelles is also renowned for its delicious cuisine, especially its seafood and curries, which are a must on every menu. I am proud today to be representing my little paradise in the Miss World Beauty pageant. Thank you.
Tell us why we should visit Seychelles.
Seychelles is a melting pot population of Asians, Africans, and Europeans. We are surrounded by the sea and white beautiful beaches, which some are listed in the top most beautiful beaches in the world. Our green vegetation protects our flora and fauna, and we also have activities for the people, such as fishing, snorkeling, and also nature trail. And also we have bicycle or ox cart rides. And also we have sunset cruise, which one can enjoy our local cuisine, which our mainly dishes are fish and rice. And we also have a love for blue economy, which makes the island tranquility and your visit memorable. Thank you.
Amazing. So can we all visit?
Yes, of course. I will take you on a tour.
I think so. I think so as well.
Come.
Thank you so much, Seychelles.
Thank you.
Our final contestant of this group is Poland.
Hello, my name is Magdalena Mienkowska. I'm 24 years old and I'm representing Poland in Miss World 2017 competition. I was born in Mikołajki, right in the heart of Mazuria, the land of 1,000 lakes located in the northeast of Poland. My childhood was filled with family and love, which are still the most important for me. Thanks to my parents, I have stayed actively involved in sports, which lead to my biggest passions, tennis and sailing. Because of Miss Poland's title, I have been able to travel and visit various places, which has always been a dream of mine. I have also been able to start working as a model. Now I live in Warsaw, the capital of Poland, where I study international relations. I've always been interested in politics and economics, so have planned most of my future around these interests. But at the moment, I'm focused on Miss World, probably the biggest adventure in my life.
Poland, how can you use your knowledge of international relations to help others as Miss World?
So after what I learned at the university, I can appreciate the diversity of culture, and I know all of them has something value to offer, and I realized that we should start to think more global because the greatest challenges the world, the humanity is facing now are global. Look at like air pollution, our environment, like international market, and also global warming, women's rights and poverty. So if I will become Miss World, I will focus on reminding people about about those challenges. So think global, act local, and also I think the knowledge of knowing the culture and understanding help us in a communication, not only at the level of like economy or politics, but like with normal stuff like cooperating with people from all over the world. And last but not least, this knowledge that I got from my professors, that I know the problems from all over the world, so I can focus on those who need our help the most. And I'm sure I will focus on the youngest generation. They are our future, and we need to remember that what we create now has a big impact in the future, and it's our job to remember that. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Poland. Group 14, I'm very impressed. Congratulations. The public has a very, very hard decision to make, but they must make it. And there are 3 ways to vote: liking the contestants' official Miss World Facebook page, voting for them on the Miss World website, or following and voting for them on their official MobStar accounts. The contestant with the most increase in votes, likes, and follows after this episode will advance directly to the Miss World Final 40. After the break, our contestants visit the sights of Sanya. Welcome back. Sanya is considered to be Miss World's second home, so we thought our contestants should get to know it a little bit better.
Sanya, China, is the city chosen to host the 67th Miss World Final of 2017. The crowds were so enthusiastic and happy to see us, and our parade will definitely be one of the most memorable in Miss World history. People of all ages came out to line the streets, take photographs, and wave us on as we toured the city. We were given our very own Tai Chi demonstration, as well as the traditional Chinese pole dance that took some skill to master. Finally, we arrived at the harbour where we boarded the beautiful Haikun for a sunset cruise. Yalong Bay Tropical Paradise Forest Park is set in the hillsides overlooking the Yalong Bay Resort District and covers an area of 15 square kilometres. Footpaths and raised walkways wind through the trees, with lookout spots dotted along the way, giving spectacular views of Yalong Bay and the surrounding valleys. Yalong is densely forested with tropical and subtropical vegetation and boasts over 133 plant species. It is also known for 20 types of butterfly and over 100 different species of bird. This is the first forest park in Hainan province developed for ecological tourism. Nanshan Cultural Tourism Zone covers an area of 50 square kilometres and is divided into lushly vegetated parkland, picturesque scenic spots and a series of temples. The Guinness Book of Records recognises the park's Guanling statue as being the largest gold and jade Buddha statue in the world, and at 108 metres high it's visible from Phoenix Island in Sanya Bay. This statue is considered by Buddhist authorities around the world to be a significant addition to the world Buddhist culture. Tianya Haijiao means the furthermost part of the sky and the sea. This spot is set within a landscape beachfront park with views over the South China Sea and is a popular place for tourists who come to see the rocks, which are inscribed with lines from romantic poems. The venue attracts thousands of young lovers from every corner of the world to hold their wedding ceremonies here. There are also many cultural exhibitions on display at the Li Ethnic Group Village, ranging from ancient knitting techniques to skillful pottery. Dongtan Park was originally established during the Song dynasty in 1187 and is the most southern centre for Taoist culture in China. There are many myths, historical records and poems written about this beautiful era, and some of these verses have been carved into the rocks, caves and cliffs over successive dynasties. This area is known as the best sea mountain scenic spot in Hainan province and has been a major attraction for visitors to the island for the last 800 years.
So Barney, we've been in Sanya for over a week now. What do you think of it?
It's such a beautiful place, isn't it? I mean, it looks like a postcard, literally. The beaches, the mountains in the background, the way the place is lit up at night. I mean, especially this hotel, the way this hotel lights up at night. I remember when we were on the bus, we were sitting together on the bus, coming from the airport, and we were going down Sanya Bay, and I was like, oh my God, Frankie, look at that hotel over there, all that lit up hotel, that looks so nice. And you're like, you know that's where we're staying, right? And I was like, what? Are we staying there? No, we're not staying there. We can't be staying there. That's impossible. And he was like, no, we are. And I was like, I don't believe you. And then we turned like down the bridge to come here, and my jaw just like hit the floor. I was like, we are staying here. And we got here. This place is beautiful. The Phoenix Hotel is lovely. Everywhere's great. It's such a lovely city.
Yeah.
And it's really cool that the final can be held here again. I mean, it's the 7th time the final's been held here. So. Yeah, really lovely place. I'm loving it.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Sanya, for your wonderful welcome. After the break, it's the most anticipated final question. Welcome back. It's time for the final question. Now, each of our contestants were given the question before the show. I'll read the question one more time, and you'll each have 30 seconds to answer. Best of luck. If you could speak to anyone from the past or present, who would it be and why? Poland.
So if I have this chance, I'm sure I will choose a person from the past, and it would be Karol Wojtyła from Poland. He is well known as Pope John Paul II, and he was one of the most traveled world leaders in the world. He visited I'm not sure, but I think like 129 countries all over the world. And he's very important from us, from Polish people, because the time he was chosen, and during his pontificate, the most important things happened in Poland, like Solidarity won, and we got the final independence. And I also think that I could learn a lot of him about the travel, about the world, about the knowledge he has. So yeah, he's the one I'm sure I could speak with him a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Poland. Seychelles.
It would be from the past, and it will be my grandmother. Because of her words, it's why I'm here today. To always be kind, to be humble, and I would love to have one last cup of tea with her to tell her about my stories and my journey of how I reached here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Seychelles. Sweden.
I will choose to speak to Michelle Obama and her fight against women's rights, because for me the women's right is so important. I would like to hear why she fights for the women's and her motivation, and about her organization Let Girls Learn. Thank you.
Thank you, Sweden. Montenegro.
The present is a result of the past and foundation of the future. Between the past that is passing and the future that comes is life. If I had a chance, I would like to speak with Eleanor Roosevelt, the first lady and woman who I quoted today, my first question, because she was great humanist, she was big fighter for human rights and equality, and such an independent woman, because even if her husband was the president, she had her own voice. Thank you.
Thank you, Montenegro. Rwanda.
To me, I think I would choose someone from the past, and that will be Nelson Mandela, because I think we all know his story, we all know the years he spent in prison, and that didn't stop him from fighting back and fighting for his community. So I think I would like to know where he wanted to see Africa and how far it is now from where he wanted to see it. And I would also like to ask him what gave him the courage and the strength to do what he did, because it's not everyone who can do it, because that's so brave. Because he didn't only live for himself, but he lived for his community. So that I would like to again meet him and ask him.
Thank you, Rwanda. Venezuela.
For me, I will going to choose somebody for the past, and definitely will be Diana de Gales, Lady D, because I think that I have so much to learn of that. She's most of the admirable women for me. I believe that she make an excellent social work. She raised her voice like a princess, helping as much people in need in the world that who need it. So I would like to learn about her humility and their kindness, her good heart for helping others, and what tips she can give me to keep working with that and keep, continue with my social work in Venezuela, and what tips she can give to me.
Thank you, Venezuela.
Thank you, Frankie.
Group 14, it's been a pleasure. You guys have been incredible. Congratulations. I think you can go to the pool now.
A little bit.
We're almost done. We're almost done. Remember, you get to decide which of these contestants makes it into the Miss World Final 40, and the winner will be announced in a future episode. You can also stay up to date on all things Miss World by following us on our social media platforms, the Miss World website, missworld.com, and the official Miss World accounts on Facebook, Instagram, MobStar, Twitter, and YouTube. Tune into the next episode with Japan, Uruguay, Slovenia, Peru, Tanzania, and Guyana. Vote in our head-to-head challenge to have your favorite contestant advance to the Final 40. There are 3 ways to vote. Visit the Miss World website, on MobStar using their official MobStar account, or by liking their official Miss World Facebook page. The contestant with the most increase in votes, likes, and follows will advance directly to the Final 40.